What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with Texoma RC, and you're looking at an FCX24 Rage Slayer. Yeah, that's what it's called, dude. Freaking Rage Slayer. That's what the cage is, dude. Check it out. Pretty freaking wild. It was made to be able to, it was just made to be the lowest possible on the SCX24 axial version. You can drive upside down pretty much. It kind of slides, but you can kind of push it around. Let's show that. All right, so what you're looking at here is the axial version, SCX24, running it up the wall, upside down. You wouldn't have known, right? Looked like it was right side up. Rip till you flip and flip again. Heck yeah, dude. Freaking rad. Let's go, dude. Back to Black Dog, dude. Running the Rage Slayer cage. This will be available today, just the cage itself, and then I will try to get the rest of the listings. If it's something you want as a full kit, just buy the kit that you want and leave a note that you want the Rage Slayer with your purchase. As with all things, dude, in your purchase, if you have a note, if you have a question, or you have something special, you want special colors, leave it in with your purchase. There's an option that you can send me a message when you buy it. That's going to help me out a lot, dude, so that I don't make or send or whatever the wrong thing. So check us out, dude. Now we're on the rocks, dude. Stop talking about buying stuff. Let's talk about this thing. This is just testing right now. So we got some crazy parts on here. We got the Texoma Rattlers, also for sale on the Etsy store. I thought you said we weren't talking about stuff for sale. Well, too bad, we are. So these are the biggest bees, aka Texoma Rattlers, dude. You can hear them rattling around, dude. Every once in a while, we lost a BB on the front ones a couple times. It's a very small hole. It is a press fit, but if it falls just right, you might lose one. It's okay, dude. We got plenty of them, and it's just one BB, not that big a deal. So this thing is running a boa riser, dude. If you didn't notice, pretty freaking rad. It's way up there. We got some crazy geometry going on. We got massive dropout. So with the riser, we have lost quite a bit of flex from the way we were running it. I don't know that this is the link set or whatever that it needs to be running, and it may really just need its own chassis, although it's doing phenomenal, right? Like at the same time, we did gain a lot, and then we also lost some. So you're like, dang it. So I worked really hard to get it back to gain as much back as possible, and so we're gonna tune some more, and we'll see about getting these parts out for everybody else to run. So learning a lot about this rig. It's very heavy. Number one thing, I need to tune the shocks. So by the way, this is me, I'm just showing off, but I'm practicing, right? I don't know this rig. It's totally different. It's not what it was before at all, the way that it's handling. And so I was running the front end tighter with like rubber bands or whatever, and it was super low, and I still had plenty of dropout, but for whatever reason I had I lost my flex. Just it's the way that the links are sitting. I lost my flex. It started like pinching and flipping me over in stupid ways, and so I started lifting a tire early, going uphill, and then I just took the rubber bands off, and it climbs crazy. It does so much better. So I'm going to add some heavyweight shock oil to these shocks and see what we can do. Also, I need to sit and just look at the parts and how everything is moving, and we'll try a few more things. I've tried a few different things to see how change it up. I've gotten it to be much better, and so we'll see what I can do, and we'll really show this thing off and design any more parts that we needed to make this thing a complete build in both the FCX24 and CR18P. By the way, the CR18P BOA mount is available. Check it out if you have a CR18P. And then also the SCX24 axial version has a weighted SOA riser mount. So you, instead of having the weights on the steering link, they're actually on the SOA riser. I will be showing that off. Pretty freaking cool. again, more stuff. It's not here, dude. So, but this week those things will be rolled out. Hopefully by the time you see this video, they already are getting printed on all the new orders. I'm just switching over to that in the new Pro. Anytime you order a, that's just replacing the SCX24 SOA riser, the servo mount. Pretty freaking cool, dude. Pretty freaking cool. All right, dude. So now that's enough about that. Let's just look at this thing, dude. It is freaking crazy. So I'm just, again, pushing around the range, trying all these different things. I want to see what it does, how it moves, other than feeling a little bit light, other than feeling like it lets go, it wants to like slide down the hill. It's very stable. I feel it feels really heavy. And again, it's the way the shocks and everything, the links, everything is placed. It feels like it probably needs overdrive. You know, but overdrive is one of those things that you begin to, it's going to help you in certain places, and then it also hurts in other places. So it hurts in your side hill, the other things. So here we are, we're testing this. Absolute savageness. For these wheels, I would probably say that it's too heavy. I probably need to start over and see what it's like with nothing, and then begin to add weight again. So for the way that it is, I added more to the back. I don't know, we've got to probably be at about 20, 22 grams, up to 23 grams in the front, and probably about 14 grams in the back of BBs. So that, for that, what the wheel actually would weigh would be about 50 grams probably, or well, yeah, probably about 50 grams per wheel in the front, and then probably about 40 grams roughly in the rear. So this is a freaking awesome pull-up right here, dude. So stoked. That's one of those things that it couldn't do before. It didn't have a dropout, and so it would get hung on the belly. So that's kind of what I'm showing off. I'm really trying to push up onto things that would not normally work. We didn't have enough dropout. We didn't have just didn't have the, what's that called, dude? Breakover angle. There you go. And there's another angle of this. Look at it, dude. Freaking so good, bro. Such a hard push up right there. There's two ways that I like to do this. I like if you hook, I usually just let it push up there and just let it see how it goes. Sometimes I do try to have a certain maneuver, but I like to see how it just pushes per each time it happens. But you hook on the top, the driver or the passenger tire, and you can go around that. Super duper cool. Should have shown all the tricks. I could make a whole video just playing on this the mini range. You know, if you don't have space, like literally this right here, I could make a whole video. Absolutely. There's so many little things that could be done. You know, the outside, around the outside is not, I could put some better climbs on the outside. So right here, I'm just trying to hunt for traction. This is a very, very, like, typically you have to be narrow, like a narrow gladiator. In the proper setup, could potentially climb that, but typically that's a bump line. There you can kind of hook and go off and exit to the right, but to climb straight up the chute is, you know, the only way you can do that again was usually with a pop. So I just wanted to see if it would pull up in there, and it just didn't hit right, and didn't want to go. But I've only seen like one or two cars ever pull up in there, just straight pull. So pretty rad. So that is a crazy pull up right there. There's none of the other cars can do that. It's just this thing's way bigger. It's just a monster, dude. Absolutely crazy what this thing does. You know, the SCX24 or whatever, like in a little shorty, you can, you know, smash up this little hill or whatever. It's not that it, you know, you can't do it in a shorty, but it just becomes a completely different deal. Your smaller obstacles all of a sudden become a lot harder when you have a monster rig sometimes. Obviously they open up things that you just couldn't do with the short rig, obviously. You know, so it just opens the terrain that you have into something else. Like this right here, I really want to pull it up on here. It can't do it. Every time it comes back down. So but it's still fun. I keep trying it, dude. I keep trying. Just hope that one day I'll get lucky and I'll get to pull up on there. So I do really want to start to try to do more filming like this. to where I'm not worried about trying to get just the perfect flow or something and reshooting. I get stressed out and end up just wasting the time. It wasn't really enjoyable for me, and a lot of times I don't even make any video out of it. I just leave upset or whatever, and so it's like, dude, what a waste. Like, this is supposed to be fun, and I came out to shoot and it didn't work out, so I'm upset. Here's another freaking rad pull-up. Super duper hard, something that it couldn't do before, not even close. Just it would be belly out. It's not that it can't go up in places, it's just right where it went up, couldn't do that before. This one also is another one. This is a savage pull-up, dude. Savage pull-up. Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. So good. And here you go. Come on, dude. Sorry, it's about to go off the camera. I apologize. But watch this. This is so freaking fun, dude. It doesn't look like the angle right here. Like, it's not like it's hella crazy, but I promise it's hanging off. Like, it's savage. It's savage. If I don't keep the tire just in the deal it was on the driver. You can see the little groove right there just above center screen. If you don't keep the driver in that, it's slick. You have to keep it right in the right spot, or else it's toast. So these are a lot of lines. I've run these lines in videos, and I set them up, or whatever. And sometimes I do reshoot or like retake. But like a lot of times why I stress out is because I want to do a continuous run. So like I'll start at the beginning and I'll go and it'll break. Not break, but I'll break the flow and I'll flip over or whatever, and it's like, crap, start over. So because I'm just trying to make it look super duper pretty, and so like this is basically what it would be like, and I would just throw this film away. So I was like, you know what, dude, we're testing, and so like this is how you see my rigs sometimes, like Goldilocks. I ran it one day in the six. Oh my gosh, 6.6. Oh my gosh, dude. I knew it when I wrote that title. 6 sick slayers slaying. You try to say it. Look at that, dude. Oh, so good, dude.
Ah, let's go, dude.
Love it, bro. Get so freaking hyped. Oh my gosh. But in that video, what was I saying about the 6 sick slayers slaying? I don't even remember now. I don't even remember, bro. Oh, but yeah, dude, so that's something I really want to do on these wheels. Biggest Bees, aka, oh my gosh, what the heck was that, bro? Texoma Rattlers. So I went back and figured out what the heck I was talking about with the 6.6. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna try it again, dude. No way. But in that video, Goldilocks was hella beat up. This is how my rigs get beat up, because I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know what they're going to do, and I'm not very careful or not very nice to them. I would not recommend, launching your rigs off the top of something like the range. It's potential that they're going to break. I do it all the time because I want to see what they can take, so they can take a freaking lot, dude. It took a lot to get Goldilocks to be destroyed, and it's a pretty fairly heavy rig. So on the SCX 24, and you keep it light at 350 grams or something, less than 400, it should be pretty freaking good. 3 foot drop, maybe not so much, but hey, dude, it's freaking plastic, and you can always hit me up, dude. We'll get you squared away, bro. There's options. But this cage right here should be pretty good, dude. We'll see. The roof is really, really solid. It's probably heavier than it's definitely heavier than I want it to be, but I wanted it to take an impact, and I also wanted it to be slightly rounded on the front and back. Doesn't really drive upside down because that huge battery. If we did have bigger tires, maybe we could clear the battery. That'd be rad. The new 68 millimeters from whatever they are, dude. Look at this pull up, dude. Oh my gosh. Even just this transition right there, just that transition is so crazy. I know it does not really look like it, but oh my gosh. I promise you, that is savageness. Just climbing this. This is not climbable by most rigs that we have. So pretty rad, pretty rad. Actually, most of the Slayers are going up that at some point. Not always, not always. It depends on the grippiness of the tires for the day, but you can typically run it up there with speed. But that's not. We're rock crawling. We're not bouncing. I don't like to start pulling the trigger usually.
Ooh,
so here we go, dude. We're gonna run up over here in the loose rocks a little bit, see what happens. This pull up on that chunk of concrete right there, dude. I don't know. I don't think there's ever been a rig. It always hit. Okay, that was not the pull up that it needs to be. I need to square up on that better. So that was still a great pull up, but that was not the pull up that was impossible. So we'll have to actually go try it. I'm pretty sure that I did hit that the other day, or not the other day, earlier in the day in testing. So a lot more testing to go, dude. Well, we'll see, dude. I think this is already freaking rad. Hopefully by next couple of days, I will get everything sorted and figured out, and we will get it out to you, man, because this stuff is too good. By the way, if you didn't notice, in the front link, I was so heavy. I was like 560 grams or something like that. And so I took out one of the tungsten weights out of the steering link. Actually, I made a new link because it's a little bit longer, and I'm actually going to make it even a little bit longer to make sure that we are getting steering. They're pretty much aligned. I think it was stock, maybe, I don't know, but it seems like when it's at full throw, the inside tire does not turn near far enough, which is why I had lengthened it on Black Doug, Doug originally on the custom steering link that I made. I don't know. I thought that's what I had made originally, and it's not doing that. So maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I went back to stock or something. I don't know. It seems that's what I did. So we're getting that fixed. That's what I'm running on this one, and I think it needs to go slightly wider, because you can still see they're not. What happens is the wheels are no longer parallel when you turn them. So the inside wheel is just not turning enough, and so it could go quite a bit farther. And it's a really important thing when you have to use as for hooks. So when you tow out your wheels, so that especially on the FCX24, what happens is the steering link where it connects actually hits the C hub. So it's terrible. That's another reason why the CR18P axles are better than the FCX24 axles. They have way more clearance. They have better steering. Much better. So like this one, I had to glue the C hubs on there because I've modified mine and they broke. So I actually had to glue them on there so that they so I can keep running, dude, and keep testing. We'll get it. I have another axle housing here, so I'm not really worried about that. We'll get that sorted later, dude. We just got to keep it running right now so that we can get these parts done. Pretty freaking rad. So orders are coming along. We are mostly caught up. Just a few days behind on a couple of orders, and so very good. I have messed a few orders up. Some of it's not really been my fault. Some of it's been the communication, why I was stressing that please put your messages or any custom things with your order. That would make it so much easier on me, and I won't mess up, and I won't have to keep printing plastic for free and paying for shipping again and everything. So we're losing all of our profits, dude, down the freaking drain, bro. Not good, not good. So, but if you could just help me out by putting the message in there, be freaking rad, bro. All right, so here we go, dude. We're gonna it takes a couple of pushes up on here. This is super duper. This is why I was saying we're too heavy. I think it's too heavy. But we have this massive battery. So okay, why did we have to be so heavy? I took off the steering link and went to my old steering link, the custom one. That's when I was noticing how much better it was with the tow out, and so. But without the front steering link, that battery up there was way too heavy and ripping my front end over. So that's no good. We don't need the battery to rip us over. It would be better, much better, if I had a smaller battery. But I don't have a smaller 3S battery. That's what I got. Beggars can't be choosers. And so, we'll get some batteries someday in the future. But, if it can run with this on there and be super amazing, obviously you can run it with less. Obviously, you could run it with less, dude. So that's why it's super duper heavy. I love the balance of it. You do have to be careful, but I feel like it's really good. I could probably add a few more BBs in the back, but again, we're kind of losing the effect at this point of the rattlers. If you just saw them as a potential like perfect weight balance wheel, then sure, yeah, just doing that is great. You know, it's going to be just like weighting a wheel, right? Or you know, your hubs or whatever. Same idea. But if you don't pack them, cram them full, and you keep them less than 20 grams, then your wheel, the BBs are going to stay at the bottom of the wheel all the time. They're not going to go around and go over the center of the wheel. So they'll just stay at the bottom and keep you planted, dude. Pretty freaking rad. And so that's one thing we're going to have to learn and work out. But again, I added even more BBs than I had, just again to compensate for that huge ass 3S battery. It's not actually huge, it's just huge for a boa mount. So it's just way up there. And with the portal axles, it's easy to go over. Like if you look, dang it, we'll get it next time. Rip till you flip, homies. Have a great one. Thanks for watching.